The Indiana Hoosiers began their college football playoff journey with a dominating win over Alabama in the Rose Bowl.
We expected to win by multiple scores.
What a great stepping stone to be in the Rose Bowl, but we have two more that we need to win.
The next one they have to win, the Peach Bowl, against an Oregon team whose defense is led by one of Indiana's own.
To get to this point is super exciting, so we're unbelievably proud of Dylan.
As are the Hoosiers, who are on the doorstep of making history with head coach Curt Cignetti.
And when he said to make one hell of a movie, I totally agree. Hoosier too. It's not basketball, it's football.
This is Never Daunted, the semifinals. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, the site of last year's national championship game between Notre Dame and Ohio State. Tomorrow night, it'll be a semifinal contest between IU and Oregon. Hello and welcome to another edition of Never Daunted. Alongside Chris Widlick, I'm Chris Hagan.
Indiana's best ever football season could take another step towards a goal that no Hoosier ever thought was possible, the national championship game. Well, Friday's Peach Bowl All-Big Ten battle between the unbeaten Hoosiers and the Oregon Ducks follows tonight's other CFP semifinal. Miami and Ole Miss had to travel out west to the desert, where they'll face off in the Fiesta Bowl in the Valley of the Sun. The Canes, like the Hoosiers, about a field goal favorite. All right, now let's head down to Atlanta with more on Indiana. Hey, Dave.
Chris, greetings from the capital of college football, Atlanta, Georgia, where Indiana and Oregon will play tomorrow night in the Peach Bowl to complete the picture of this year's national championship game. You mentioned it, it's ACC, SEC tonight, Miami and Ole Miss for the first spot in the title game. But the Hoosiers and the Ducks are going to have to go through a little bit more pomp and circumstance to get through before battling again on the field. Coaches met with the media today, answering questions about a wide range of topics from their opponent, their beginnings in the sport, its future with NIL deals and portal transfers, many opportunities for distraction and all that. And the players in this game know the team that blocks out all those other variables best will do themselves a huge favor for the game.
Oh, it's all based between kickoff. I believe it's 48 hours. So, we have our pre-routine, and so I'm always going to keep my pre-routine that I've had since week 1 all the way now to week 15. It's been able to show successful since then. So I'm going to keep the pre-routine that my team has, that my coach has, and that I have for this game.
For us, it's all about right now. I think half of our team couldn't even tell you where the next game would be. So it's all about just being in Atlanta. We're playing Oregon. We have a phenomenal opponent that it's going to be a really good challenge for us, and we're excited for it.
If you can't consistently meet the bar, you're in the wrong place. And but my coaches do a great job, and the players, we have smart guys that are good players. And when you have veterans, smart guys that can do a lot, you can do a lot.
The atmospheres and the moment and everything, I try and take it in, take a deep breath, kind of soak it in for a second, and then it's just going back to playing ball.
Rose Bowl MVP Pat Coogan there would certainly know. He helped Notre Dame to the national championship game last year before transferring to Indiana. Now he's hoping to get the Hoosiers back in the title game as well. More from me in Atlanta shortly, but for now, Chris and Chris, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. The Hoosiers trying to beat Oregon twice in the same season after that 30-20 win back in Eugene in October. But history not on their side. Take a look at some notable postseason top 10 rematch over the decades and in the recent past. This year, Georgia beat Ole Miss in the regular season, but the Rebels paid them back in the Sugar Bowl. In the first round this year, it was Alabama avenging an earlier loss to Oklahoma by winning in Norman. In this season's SEC championship game, Georgia paid Bama back for a regular season loss. And just last year, Oregon beat Ohio State in the regular season, but was then eliminated from the CFP. In the 2021 season, Alabama beat Georgia in the SEC title game, but then the Dogs got revenge and won the Natty right here in Indianapolis. In 2011, the national championship game was a rematch between LSU and Bama. The Tigers won the first meeting, but then lost in the title game. Back in 1996, Florida State beat Florida in the regular season, but the Gators won the rematch for the national title. And way back in 1978, Nebraska beat Oklahoma in the regular season, but then the Sooners got them back in the Orange Bowl. As you can see, teams looking for revenge and these high-profile rematches, a perfect 8-0. Chris.
I don't know if that looks good for Indiana or bad. Well, center Pat Coogan was the surprise offensive MVP of the Rose Bowl. The former Notre Dame center, the anchor of an offensive line that's protected Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza and blocked for a dynamic duo of running backs. A 1-2 punch of senior transfers that include former Maryland star Roman Hemby, who topped the 1,000-yard mark on the ground while scoring 7 touchdowns. Power and speed, a great combination. If it's not Hemby, it's James Madison transfer Kalon Black ripping off big gains. He nearly hit the 900-yard mark with 8 scores. The Hoosier run game nearly matches the passing prowess.
When it comes to me and Rome, I don't want to call it like a competition. It's just one of those things where we both want to help the offense improve and do anything we can to make sure that we can succeed.
Anytime you have a good, running back tandem to where, both guys can stay fresh and both guys can go out there healthy and we can play for one another, and that kind of gives us the ability to run hard and to not hold anything back. We're in the stretch to where we want to go win a national championship, so we're not really leaving anything on the table.
The Hoosiers' offense makes the headlines, but credit where credit is due to the other side of the ball. Cornerback D'Angelo Pons took defensive MVP honors at the Rose Bowl as IU surrendered just 3 points to Alabama. IU's complimentary football as good as it gets. Their lockdown defense is among the best in the country, and their turnover ratio, which Coach Cignetti hangs his hat on, is an incredible plus 18. Giving up just 10 points a game isn't going to get you beat many times either.
Whether you're ranked 1 or you're unranked, you're always chasing perfection. You're always, you're chasing that perfect game, as a defense. And for us, that chip will always be there. I know a lot of these guys have chips before they were at Indiana, so do I.
Having that chip on my shoulder, hearing that I'm undersized, being under-recruited out of high school and stuff like that, always overlooked. Like, I always thought that I never got the credit for what I was putting on the field, and I just proved that every day.
D'Angelo repping us short guys. Hey, time for a break, but still to come, a local product and former Purdue Boilermaker who's now flying high as an Oregon Duck.
I may be coaching at Michigan or coaching at Illinois, and he would show up in Indiana gear. But it never bothered me because I knew his love for Indiana, but I always knew that he was rooting for me.
Mallory Men will visit with the son of IU's all-time winningest football coach when Never Daunted returns. Well, with a win tomorrow night, IU will head to South Florida for the College Football Championship and the Bullseye Event Group sponsoring an incredible ticket package that includes flights, a 3-night hotel stay, transportation, game tickets, and a pregame party. Sounds like an awesome, one-of-a-kind trip.
If Hoosiers advance, you're locked in. If they don't advance, it's 100% refundable immediately on the spot. So there's no. If you're planning on going to Miami, it's going to be a. I was in Pasadena. It was incredible, the fans that came out, and I anticipate the same thing for Miami. So we're encouraging people to book now, fully refundable.
Why not, right? I covered the Orange Bowl last year at Hard Rock Stadium. It's a great venue, and the weather looks like it's going to be great too. But first things first.
I want some of those free appetizers. Hey, right now, though, let's head back down to Atlanta, the site of tomorrow night's game with our Dave Griffiths.
Chris, when Indiana broke a fourth-quarter tie against Oregon at Autzen Stadium and went on to beat the Ducks 3 months ago, quite a few fans out in Eugene were hoping this matchup would come around yet again in the college football playoffs. Call it revenge, call it redemption, and call it what you will. The Ducks have earned the right for another shot at the Hoosiers, most recently by shutting out Texas Tech in the college football playoff quarterfinals. Oregon's dealing with some other issues this week. They've lost multiple running backs to the transfer portal, and also one due to injury. So head coach Dan Lanning has some added responsibility juggling going along with preparing to face Indiana.
Ultimately, we're really excited about the guys that go take the field. I got complete trust in our players. And regardless of what happens in this game, right, you go play and you play to win the game. But when you're playing a great team like Indiana, regardless of what happens, to be one of 4 teams left in college football is an unbelievable honor that we'll never recognize and we'd certainly never be satisfied with. Regardless, there's only one result that makes us happy at the end of the day. But I promise that we'll have 11 guys on the field that are going to want to play winning football and play to the standard necessary for our team.
To be fair to Coach Lanning, the portal affects any and all teams in college football, Indiana and Curt Cignetti included. Coach talked about spending a little bit of time on that earlier this week, too. That is the price for success in today's game. More from us in Atlanta shortly. For now, Chris and Chris, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. And both these head coaches from the Nick Saban tree, pretty good company there on their resumes.
Big, strong branches from Nick Saban for sure. Might be hard to believe, but there is a Hoosier native starring for the Oregon Ducks, and he wore black and gold growing up in a Purdue family. Dylan Thieneman starred on the high school gridiron at Westfield, then became a freshman All-American at Purdue before transferring to Oregon to play in big games like Friday's Peach Bowl.
It is a moment I hoped for when I first came here, and then just to see it come true, it's very special, and I'm just extremely grateful to be in this position.
Our family joke is he only cares about 4 things, and we're not one of the 4.
Jokes aside, Thieneman's family was there for him every step of the way as he decided to leave West Lafayette for Eugene.
We called it the draft board. We put a group together, and we researched a lot of information beforehand, but we made it very clear that we would get as much information for Dylan, but it was his decision, and it was a tough one.
His dad, Ken, says every team in the top 10 called Dylan when he was in the portal. And after committing to the Ducks, his 2 brothers and sister aren't surprised by his success.
It was always what he wanted, and it was always what he was driving for. Like, it was super common. We'd come home on a Friday, 6 p.m. He's in high school, and you hear the weights banging downstairs. And that's his second workout of the day.
We were reffing a flag football game when he was 7 years old, and we watched this man juke 8 kids, every kid on the field for that matter, and score a touchdown. We were going crazy, and I knew at that moment, like, this man, he's going all the way.
We'd be in the backyard, and he wanted to play football, and he would kind of use me as a tackling dummy. He was always big about, like, adventure, and he wanted to play sports and do the next, like, big thing.
And the next big thing for Dylan is the CFP semifinal against Indiana, a school he's still not a fan of, even though he's not a Boilermaker anymore.
I definitely know a few guys on that team, but just coming from Purdue, I think you know how I feel about them.
Everybody in the Thieneman family has similar feelings. They all went to Purdue, except for Mom Shannon, who happened to go to IU when the Hoosiers were struggling.
To see the stadium filled with fans, that was a great thing to see, because when I went there, we were lucky to get halfway filled, and most people left at halftime. So it's exciting to see that program flourishing and doing well. But obviously, I'm cheering for the Ducks.
By the way, both of Dylan's brothers played ball at Purdue. Well, next on Never Daunted, Ask the Expert. We'll hear from IU insider Zach Osterman on the Hoosier matchup with the Ducks.
Back on Never Daunted, the semifinals, joined now by the Indianapolis Star IU insider Zach Osterman. Zach, you followed this IU program through the pits of despair and now near the heights of success. What is your reaction to being here at the Peach Bowl, one step away from a shot at the national championship?
Yeah, I mean, there are still moments, I think, when, you know, even from an objective perspective, this rise is kind of hard to contextualize, is kind of hard to fully wrap your mind around. As an Atlantan, it's also hard to wrap my mind around the Peach Bowl as a semifinal and not a New Year's Eve game. But, you know, this is, I think it was maybe Dan Lanning who said it best. You know, what you're telling kids is you want me focusing on this game because you want to be playing in games like this. And if I'm focusing on you and not that game, then I'm doing a disservice to everybody. And I think that ultimately, as much as kind of the, you know, all the pageantry and all the fanfare, I think a lot of fans have justifiably really embraced it. I think you can feel, certainly from Oregon, but also from Indiana, the focus is on this game at this point.
Well, when it comes to this game, we've already seen version 1 of this game back in week 5 of this season. It was a 10-point victory for Indiana. They had to pull away late from Oregon. Really good back and forth game. At that point, you might have expected you could see these two teams again at this point in the season, couldn't you?
Yeah, no question. And, you know, Indiana played really well that day, but I don't think anybody walked out of there thinking that was a reflection of sort of Oregon's weakness. And, of course, Oregon has you know, since gone on to, beat Iowa at Iowa, to beat USC. I mean, frankly, just to play to this point, I think in this modern playoff structure, I think for just about every program, a playoff semifinal is about the most you can hope for. And you get here, it's kind of like making the Final Four. You get here, and then you're just sort of taking your chances. Who prepares best on the day? Can somebody find an extra 1%? And I think that these coaches have both been mining around for what that 1% is these last few days.
If you look at Indiana, some of that 1% could be the playmakers they have on offense. It's the Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza against what Oregon has is maybe the best front four on defense in the country. It seems like that the offensive players for IU kept going back to that front four, that dangerous pass rush or run stuffing defense that Oregon has, and that could be one of the more important matchups in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Indiana's, and this even goes back to that game in October, I think Indiana's respect for Oregon up front starts with their depth and the idea that you are always facing fresh legs. Whether it is run defense, whether it is pass defense, you are not necessarily going to be in a position against this Oregon team to wear them down. I think it's never been more important that we see that Indiana run game, which has really progressed just steadily as the season's gone on. Of course, was so good against Alabama, to be effective in this game, because the only way you take legs away from the team with the kind of depth Oregon has up front is by running the football effectively.
Well, following Indiana for the past 2 years under Curt Cignetti, we've become used to his fancy Cignetti-isms, whatever you want to say. He's made headlines on talk shows, on whatever, for just little quick, snappy one-liners. And today, talking about the fact that he doesn't think that he's never happy was what he said. He says, I smile sometimes, but that was kind of what took the press conference this afternoon after covering him for 2 years and seeing him in more than just the context of on the sideline with his typical scowl. How would you characterize him as a coach in terms of happiness, just acceptability of the situation, and his overall approach to the game and to life?
Yeah, I mean, I think his ability to appreciate moments is just part of his process. Like in the same way that he sort of, spits out all of those lines about every play has a life of its own, 6 seconds of play. One of the things he consistently says is, we'll enjoy the win tonight, 24 hours to enjoy the win, and then we're back to work. And I think that is part of his process. I think that is part of the process that he instills into his roster. And I think that when people want to talk about the focus that Indiana shows, the ability to compartmentalize each game as its own challenge, the ability to not get wrapped up in big moments, I think part of it is even that ability that Cignetti has for himself and his team to say, when it's over, we appreciate it, we enjoy it for this length of time, and then we move on. It is all part of that process that builds, I think, the consistency that his teams show.
Well, it's 24 hours to enjoy wins. It's 24 hours about till kickoff right now. Zach Osterman of the Indianapolis Star, IU Insider. Always appreciate your time here, Zach. We'll be right back on Never Daunted, the semifinals.
They're touting Baylor's defense. They're holding people to 112 yards rushing. I think Vaughn had, well over that just by himself. So, like I said, I'm just excited that things turned out the way they did.
Young Trent Green. The last time IU won a bowl game before the Rose was the 1991 Copper Bowl in Tucson, Arizona against Baylor, led by Green, running back Vaughn Dunbar, and head coach Bill Mallory. That bowl victory drought ending in Pasadena was second in the nation behind lowly UTEP. But credit then head coach Bill Mallory, who did what many thought couldn't be done. That's taking the Hoosiers to multiple bowl games.
Yeah, let's take a look back at the legacy of Coach Mallory through the eyes of his son, Kurt.
Pick up the phone and he's like, you going after that job? I said, what do you think? He goes, go get it.
Coaching football is the family business for the Mallorys.
We came from a teaching family, and my dad would be the first to tell you, coaching is teaching. And he took a lot of pride in being the best teacher on campus.
And Indiana State head coach Curt Mallory certainly learned from the best.
The reason why my brothers and I got into this great profession was the impact that my father made on young men. And so it was easy for us to follow in his footsteps. And there's a lot of things that we learned. There's no one I admire more than my father.
Bill Mallory is Indiana's all-time winningest head coach with 69 victories in his 13 seasons.
He never lost sight of the belief that we were going to be winners. To build Indiana to a point where it was respected and we could play with anybody. We ended up beating every team in the Big Ten. He was just an inspiration to a lot of people.
All Big Ten linebacker Joe Huff was on 3 of Mallory's 6 bowl teams, including the 1987 Hoosiers, who played Tennessee in the Peach Bowl.
We were definitely physically tough enough. We should have won the game, but unfortunately at the end we didn't come through. But man, just being there in a big bowl and working through a program that you started 0-11 with Bill to finish that bowl game was just exciting.
I remember walking around with him, and he was showing me where Hank Aaron hit his home run, and I remember how that game ended. But I just remember being with my dad on the sidelines and just a lot of great memories.
Indiana played in the Peach Bowl again in 1990 against Auburn. Huff had graduated while Curt Mallory watched on TV as he prepared for the Gator Bowl as a linebacker at Michigan.
It was a foggy day. You could barely see it on TV. And Trent Green went around the corner, and if it was instant replay, he scored and they beat Auburn. But he didn't have it back then.
Curt says there was no bigger IU football fan than his dad. And as this season's Hoosiers inch closer to a national championship, Curt knows his dad would be smiling.
He's awfully happy. You know, he's beaming. Sorry, I get a little emotional. I got so many text messages throughout the year, and especially the other night, just how happy, you know, I bet your dad's beaming down from heaven. And that's probably an understatement, you know, how excited he is of the program and the success that they're having. And I know if he could say something, he'd say, go get it, go finish it.
And that's exactly what IU plans to do against Oregon on Friday. For Never Daunted, I'm Nicole Weaving.
Hey, thanks, Nicole. No doubt Coach would have loved this season's Hoosiers for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the ride ends tomorrow night. Almost impossible to beat a good team twice, but the Hoosiers, they're just better. I think they'll win it tomorrow, 34-30.
No team has done it yet, beating a team twice in the college football playoff. Well, the Hoosiers are better. I agree with you. And as long as they stick with what got them there, protect the football, play fundamentally sound games with few penalties, I think they'll get it done as well. But I believe it's going to be a low-scoring game. I love these defenses. Well, that wraps up our special Peach Bowl special Never Daunted. For our crew in Atlanta, Brett Bensley and Dave Griffiths, as well as Zach Osterman, Nicole Weaving, and our elite producer, Phil Nardiel, who brought those great stories to you. My partner, Chris Hagan, I'm Chris Woodlick. Enjoy the Peach Bowl, and we'll see you next time.